Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier, we were discussing, dates distracting me. Earlier, we were discussing Kirk Cousins and Baker Mayfield, and now we're going to be talking about Dana White reacts to Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul's boxing match. This has been a big topic lately of yet.
Yes, it has been.
And
I am looking forward to this.
I am too.
Watching,
it's like months away.
Francis Ngannou and his fight just kind of got the juices flowing.
Yeah.
Now it's like, ooh, I want to see this fight. I even, to give you a little background, last night I shot Faith a message on TikTok. I was sending her a video of both
of them. Of Mike Tyson and Jake Paul like practicing. I was like that's scary to watch. I said I sent Tate a message back saying I'm scared.
And
terrifying.
Okay, I don't want to give in too much until I let Faith go do her thing. So go ahead and do your thing, Faith.
Okay. So Dana White reacts to Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Dana White is not a fan of the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight. Tyson will be 58 when he steps into the ring to box 27-year-old YouTuber turned pro boxer Paul, July 20th at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, home of the Dallas Cowboys. The UFC CEO didn't want to say too much not to upset his good friend Tyson, but doesn't want to see the boxing legend competing, period. White said, he gets mad when I do this, but Mike's 60, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Who gives a Sweet Honey Iced Tea what I think? It's not my fight. He says, I love Mike Tyson personally as a friend, and he's one of my favorite athletes of all time. I don't know. Let's see what oh my gosh, sorry. It's like my bangs are in my eyes. Let's see what he can go in there and put together a training camp and come in. I don't like to see guys fighting at that age. It'd be a 31-year age difference during that fight. You guys know what I think of that stuff. So
okay, in the same take, you dropped a sugar honey iced tea and blame your bangs all in one take.
Yeah. Well, okay, the sugar honey iced tea, he said that. I didn't say that. But I can't say the real word on air. I don't want to.
I'm gonna give you my lead pipe lock of the week that Dana White did not say sugar honey iced tea.
That's what it said.
He might have. He said SH.
Yes,
you understand what I'm saying. We like to keep it wholesome. It's Faith's mom's birthday, so she got to watch the whole program, and we can't be chasing her away today. So
I was
keep this PG-13, not NC-17.
I was using an acronym for the real word that he said.
All right.
Sweet honey iced tea.
See, I know it as sugar honey iced tea. You got sweet honey iced tea, but it still both of them all deliver the same message. So, all right, I'm with Dana on this one. I am the biggest Mike Tyson fan you will find, and I've said this. I don't really give Mike much of a chance in this fight. I think Jake is a real fighter. The foolish thing people can do is keep calling him a YouTuber. He's a fighter that does YouTube. It's not a YouTuber that fights.
Yeah.
Make sure. Like, that's the reason why I sent you the video, so you could see, because you think of him as a YouTuber.
Yeah, I know him as a YouTuber, yes.
Yes. And so when you see him training, does he look like a YouTuber to you?
No, and I had never seen, so I'm not really someone that watches fights. So I had never seen like Jake Paul in the ring or anything like that. Jake
is no joke.
It was scary. I was scared. I was scared watching that.
I ain't gonna say you scared me, but
I was
yes.
scared.
So, there's been a lot of, because he gets a lot of heat for the celebrity, I'm gonna do the quote, the celebrity boxing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But he has fought the celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
Then he moved up to the UFC fighters. He straight tenderized Tyron Woodley. And I love Tyron Woodley. So to see him napping like that was crazy. He's gone up and he's started to fight professional boxers.
Mm-hmm.
But as he's doing this, I think this is his 9th fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a guy who's just getting into boxing. This is a guy who is in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is in training. He goes through training camps. He's sharpening his skills. And I feel like even in his loss, he has progressively gotten better and better and better. I don't claim to be a professional fighter, but I have trained mixed martial arts and boxing for an incredibly long time.
Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of tell if you've been boxing, you can kind of tell who's a fighter, who's not a fighter. And Jake Paul's the real deal. Now, Iron Mike Tyson. Tyson is a legend in our eyes. And just like Michael Jordan is a legend in our eyes, Tyson is a legend in our eyes. And a lot of times people remember the good old days of Mike Tyson. But Tyson hasn't been Tyson in a very long time. As a fan of Mike, who watched him destroy people, putting people in body bags left and right,
mm-hmm.
Tyson finished his career losing to Danny Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you go before this, he rolled off. Let's see, what was his last few fights? I have him here. He lost to Evander Holyfield the first time. He lost to Evander Holyfield the second time. He got annihilated by Lennox Lewis. Then he lost to Danny Williams and then retired by Kevin McBride. Tyson was at the end of his career. I'm not looking at him and saying, hey, no, we need 60-year-old Tyson. That'll show him. That's the thing that worries me.
Yeah.
A 58-year-old man doesn't get better. He's already seen the aging when he was boxing that he had slid. Going in at 60, yes, he looks amazing. Guess what? I look good on the heavy bag myself. I can't whoop Faith. Faith would take me in 2 rounds. I throw a couple jabs and hooks. I get a little tired, and she'd take me in the ropes and finish me off.
I don't believe that.
I'm just going to let y'all know. Was it weird that I showed you the picture of me?
No.
Did you see that?
I mean, yeah. But like Tate sent me this picture of when he was doing some training with some guy, and he like gave me his name. I was like, I don't know who that is, but that's cool.
Don't even know who Hall of Famer Uriah Faber is, but from the UFC. But no, that seems like is that Becky's dad? Literally training with a UFC Hall of Famer, and she thinks that's like Becky's dad. I'm like, wow, never mind. Why do I try with Faith?
Listen. I was not a sports person before starting this podcast. You have to give me a little bit of a break. She's still studying and learning.
We grade you. Don't worry, we grade you on a curve. You're doing good. You are definitely graded on a curve. Especially since you how you like that Anthony Joshua knockout. You get bonus points.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was crazy.
Now, everything I've just said about Mike Tyson, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Don't get it confused. I'm rooting for Mike. I want to see
Yeah.
Mike win. I give him very little chance. But if Mike, they turn back the hourglass a little bit and Mike catches him and he goes down,
Yeah.
I've said this, I'm going to scream like a little girl. I'm going to scream like Becky. I'm gonna be so happy to, man, to see that. That's what makes you want to tune in. Even though I'm expecting a train wreck, man, do you understand how people would lose their mind? Could you imagine the story, the Mike Tyson story? If he wins this is a movie of his entire career and how he lost everything and then he brought himself back from rags to riches to knocking out one of the biggest names in professional boxing. Yes, I did say professional boxing. Jake Paul may not be the best fighter in professional boxing, but he is one of the biggest names, if not the biggest name in professional boxing right now. And if Tyson was to pull that off, I'm gonna tell you, I'm making sure there's no cameras anywhere near me if that during that fight, because if I see Jake Paul get I see Jake Paul get a little sleepy, oh my God.
I think we should live stream us watching it to get your reaction.
Girl, I'm gonna be up there. I'm gonna have the vapors. I'm gonna be doing one of these numbers. I'm gonna fall out. I'm gonna fall out of my chair. Everything. No, I definitely want to see. I am definitely rooting for Mike. So
I think a lot of people are, but
it would be an amazing story. And also, I hate to say this, I don't dislike the Pauls, but I know a lot of people don't like him. And a lot of people tune in because they're hoping to see him go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you grew up with the Pauls on YouTube and all the things that they did, you would kind of understand why not a lot of people.
Yeah, I did not. Matter of fact, it's kind of funny, and I'm happy that this is the case. I had never heard of the Pauls until they started doing the celebrity boxing. And Nate Robinson, you know, got hit so hard he saw Jesus. At that point, I was like, who the heck is this dude? I kind of looked up and I started following. I found out after the fight. And so I started watching all the stuff with him. And I saw him. He was signing stuff for these little kids and at his hotel. And they were so happy to meet him and things. And I'm like, who the heck is this dude? But I saw the way he was with the kids. And so I ended up liking Jake and Logan Paul because I saw what they were like behind the scenes. Sometimes when those cameras hit you, you have, you ham it up for the cameras. You become larger than life. And that's what I think these guys have made a career on, is how to become larger than life.
Yeah.
But it's worked. It's worked.
No, it absolutely has worked.
One brother fought Floyd Mayweather. The other brother's about to fight Mike Tyson. Yeah. Two of the biggest names ever. One brother's holding a championship in the WWE. Logan Paul is the U.S. heavyweight champion in the WWE. Granted, I'm not going to call it fake. Scripted, choreographed entertainment. Yeah. That's what I like to call it. But they're athletes. The whole point is the family it's a family of athletes who have been able to do things that no one else has ever been able to do, as far as just being a guy that's on YouTube. Right. Impressive. Absolutely impressive. So,
well, I've already got it on my calendar.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited.
It is on. And you know what? Now you got me thinking, like, let's see how many viewers we have around that time, because a watch party could be something that could be done. We would have to have a nice. We'd have to have quite a few viewers before we would do a watch party. But
Yeah.
all right.
All
I'm looking
right,
forward to
guys.
the next segment on what fate has for me.
Well, guys, with that, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, as always, at the end of the show, we're going to dive into our oddities of the day. So stick around.